Imagine waking up to a video of your country's president declaring war, and the entire world believing it. But here's the catch. The video is completely fake. This isn't science fiction eats today's reality. Deepfakes are spreading faster than truth itself, and the question is no longer can we trust what we see, but how will we know what's real at all? The answer might lie in something invisible and unseen digital fingerprint known as generative watermarking. In today's world, artificial intelligence can generate fake faces, clone voices, and fabricate entire videos in seconds. Trust in digital media is being eroded with every new viral deep. From misinformation campaigns to stolen art, reality itself is under siege. This is where generative watermarking enters the picture. It's a technology designed to mark AI-generated content with an invisible signature, giving us a way to separate what's authentic from what's artificially created. And in this video, we'll explore how it works, why it matters, the benefits, the challenges, and whether it could become the standard defense against the rising flood of digital deception. So, what is generative watermarking? Think of it as an invisible tattoo for digital content. Just like an artist signs their painting, watermarking embeds a hidden, machine-readable signature inside images, videos, or even audio files. You won't notice it with your eyes or ears, but computers can detect it instantly. This watermark is encoded during the generation process itself. That means whenever an AI model creates something, whether it's an image from me, a piece of music from an AI composer, or a synthetic video, it leaves behind a secret marker proving its machine. In simple terms, it's like placing a barcode within the pixels or audio waves of every creation. The content looks and sounds natural, but under the surface, the fingerprint is always there. Now let's talk about where this matters most. First, detecting AI-generated images and videos. Remember the viral photo of Pope Francis in a designer white puffer jacket? Millions of people thought it was real. But with generative watermarking, platforms could instantly scan that photo and confirm fake. Imagine scrolling your feed and seeing a subtle label that says AI generated. That simple check could stop misinformation before it spreads. Second, tracking deepfakes used in misinformation. Deepfakes are no longer just for entertainment or memes. They're used to manipulate markets, influence elections, and even provoke conflict. A fake video of a CEO resigning could crash a company's stock. A synthetic clip of a world leader making false statements could destabilize entire nations. With watermarking, suspicious media could be flagged immediately, preventing chaos before it unfolds. Third, protecting intellectual property and authenticity. Artists, musicians, and filmmakers are seeing their styles mimicked by AI tools that can churn out similar work in seconds. Generative watermarking gives creators a way to prove what's original. It helps establish digital authenticity, what came from a human and what was generated by a machine. In a world full of perfect copies, proof of originality becomes power. The benefits of watermarking go beyond just identifying AI content. It restores trust in digital media. When people know which images and videos are AI, they can make better decisions about what to share, what to believe, and what to dismiss. It ensures accountability. If bad actors create harmful deepfakes, the watermark can trace back to the AI tools responsible. This creates responsibility not just for individuals, but for the companies producing these models. And it promotes safety, from protecting democratic elections, to preventing scams and impersonations, to ensuring news outlets don't accidentally spread AI hoaxes. Watermarking strengthens our defenses against deception, trust, accountability, safety. That's the promise of generative watermarking. But the story isn't all optimistic. There are real challenges and risks. No system is foolproof. Watermarks can sometimes be stripped out, altered, or even forged. Adversaries will always search for ways to bypass detection. If watermarking becomes widespread, you can be sure hackers will race to break it. Another issue is standardization. Right now, different AI companies are experimenting with their own versions of watermark. But if each one uses a different system, we'll end up with a fragmented landscape where some watermarks are detectable only by certain tools. For this to work globally, everyone needs to agree on common standards. Then comes the ethical debate. Should every single AI-generated creation be watermarked? What about satire, parody, or purely artistic works? If watermarking becomes mandatory, could it be abused by authoritarian governments to suppress creativity or control online narratives? That's a concern many experts raise. And finally, global adoption. For watermarking to succeed, it can't just be optional. It requires cooperation between tech companies, governments, and platforms worldwide. If only some countries or platforms enforce it, deepfakes will still leak through the cracks, making the system less effective. So what does the future look like? Experts believe watermarking could become as standard as metadata in digital files. Just like how most cameras automatically embed timestamps or GPS coordinates into photos. Future AI tools might embed invisible watermarks into everything they generate by default. Major companies are already moving in this direction. Google, Meta, OpenAI, Adobe Fave all announced initiatives to build watermarking into their AI products. At the same time, governments are discussing regulations that could require AI content to carry invisible signatures. If this vision comes true, watermarking might spread across the internet like a digital immune system, protecting authenticity and exposing fakes in real time. But here's the catch. It's a race against time. AI deepfakes are evolving rapidly. Each year, they become more realistic, harder to detect, and easier for anyone to create. If watermarking doesn't scale quickly enough, the flood of synthetic content could overwhelm the defenses before they're fully built. At the end of the day, we're standing at a crossroads. On one side, we face a future where misinformation dominates, where reality itself can no longer be trusted. On the other, we see a path toward accountability, transparency, and digital trust, powered by technologies like generative watermarking. This system isn't perfect. It may not stop every fake, but it gives us something we desperately need: a tool to preserve truth in an era where even our own eyes can be deceived. The invisible fingerprint of authenticity could soon become the difference between order and chaos, trust and deception, fact and fiction. So the next time you see a shocking viral image or unbelievable video, pause for a moment and remember, the truth may not always be visible, but thanks to watermarking, it just might be detectable. Stay informed, stay critical, and above all, stay real.